women came to the tomb of Jesus and found two angels, but not the body of Jesus. The women were perplexed, but the angels told them the good news. He is not here. He is risen. The women found this hard to take in, but they ran and told the disciples the good news. The men found it even harder to believe, just an idle tale. But Peter went to check it out and found the tomb empty, just as the women had said. Perhaps we also find it hard to comprehend the enormity of what happened on that first Easter Sunday morning. When we celebrate Easter, this is what it is about. The Christ is risen. Alleluia! Now, our society would have you believe otherwise. Our secular culture wants you to think that Easter is about chocolate bunnies, new clothes, Easter brunch, and spring flowers. But if that's all it is, you will not be satisfied. It's like finding emptiness, not the empty tomb. I have a confession to make. I wasn't always this convinced about Easter myself. I lived in Berlin, Germany for 10 years, and although I attended church, Easter was a bit of a mystery to me. I tried to observe Easter in cultural ways. I went to concerts. I looked at Easter schlock in the German stores. The Germans are extraordinarily good at making cute little chicks and bunnies. I invited friends to a big Easter dinner. I colored Easter eggs. But somehow the big story eluded me, and I felt unsatisfied. Then one year it crept up on me. I had been running in circles, literally. I was jogging. I was jogging around a park, running in big circles for my morning exercise. It was Easter Sunday morning, about 6 a.m., and I did my usual 3 laps, but I found I had more energy than usual. So, why stop? I took off through the streets of Berlin, which were deserted at that hour, and continued jogging along, amazed at my energy. I came to an area that was surrounded by a high stone fence, with the gate standing slightly ajar. What's this, I wondered. And so I jogged over to have a look. Much to my surprise, I entered a cemetery. I looked around in amazement. On every grave, there were fresh flowers. Why, I wondered. And then I remembered, this is Easter. Here I was at the tombs of the faithful. Their loved ones had laid fresh flowers on their graves as a sign that He is risen, and therefore we also shall rise. The flowers were a statement of faith, of love, of beauty. Standing alone in that Berlin cemetery, I suddenly got it. It was as if the angels had said to me, He is not here. He is risen. The Germans got it right after all. He is risen. You will receive this message in many ways today. You have flocked here to be among the faithful. You will gather at our Eucharist table and receive the feast prepared for you. You can see on the cover of your bulletin how 2 artists, about 700 years apart, depicted the wonder and mystery of that first Easter morning. You will hear the message from our choir in a powerful anthem. You will sing the beautiful hymns of Easter. You will feel the joy of this day in the company of the faithful in this place and in family gatherings thereafter. In all these ways, you will hear the true message of Easter. He is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. Alleluia.